Hey everyone. Today we are talking about taxes. One of the questions I get asked all the time is, how do I save for taxes? And I'm like, just pay them. Taxes are a wonderful thing. We love giving money to Uncle Sam, said no one ever. So what is the secret to save money on taxes? If you've been tuning into my podcast, I Date Money, there was a show maybe a year or so back, maybe 2 years ago, about setting up trust funds to save money on taxes. But that's not for everyone. And as a former trust cadre, trust can be very complicated. And if you're at that point where you have millions of dollars that you want to hide from Uncle Sam because you've already paid your fair share of taxes, let's face it, you definitely want to speak to an attorney that specializes in setting up trust, and make sure you get all the legalities, all of your questions answered, do the research. But how does an entrepreneur save money on taxes? How does a family with no write-offs save money on taxes? The best way to do it is to plan for it. So today we're going to be diving into this topic, and I'm going to share with you an easy method to set up money buckets and to open up one of my favorite accounts. So go grab something to drink, hang out with me for a few minutes, and let's dive in. So when we think about tax season, right? We're thinking, oh, it's coming, it's coming. I need to do this for taxes. It's always in the back of our mind, especially if it's off season, right? And how many, raise your hand if you've filed for a tax extension. Stop doing that. Every time I hear someone filed for an extension, I'm like, well, why? Why didn't you get them done on time? Get your taxes done on time. You have until April 15th. It's like the person who doesn't prepare for birthday gifts and Christmas shopping. Like, you know about this a whole year in advance. Why are you procrastinating? A lot of times we're procrastinating because it's something that we're afraid of because we haven't prepared for it. And then all of a sudden it hits. And right when it hits, something goes wrong. Like, the furnace breaks, the hot water tank blows up, whatever. There's an emergency that happens, and then we panic because we're not prepared. So just imagine for a minute that you're actually prepared for these expenses. You have that future spending account and everything is set up. And if you've purchased the money map, you will see the tab on the worksheet for your future funds. And the future funds are one of my favorite things. And years ago, um, they used to have the money envelopes, right? And so when you think about this, they used to call them the sinking funds. Some people still do. I don't like that terminology. But when you think about these unexpected expenses that come up, really, if you're going to purchase a home, you know you're going to have to pay the taxes. You know that you're going to have expenses. Things are going to break. You have to have money set aside. So it's a big commitment, and we want to be sure that we're prepared for it. So, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, instead of panicking every single quarter when your taxes are due this year, let's have a wake-up call. Let's do things differently. So most entrepreneurs I work with, especially divorced mompreneurs, have money coming in, but they don't have a plan for where it goes. So taxes sneak up on them. They put it on a credit card, or they just avoid filling it out altogether. They'll wait to that very last minute, they'll ask for that extension, or they'll just hope and pray that it'll all work out. So here's the truth. Taxes are not an emergency. They are predictable. So we can fix this with one simple system using what I call the Novo checking account and money buckets. So it is called the Novo checking account. And basically, I have an affiliate link. So it's actually not an affiliate link, it's a referral link where you use my link and we both get $40 once you meet certain criteria. So you have to make a certain deposit by a certain date. Of course, you have to be approved to open up the account. But it is my favorite business checking account. Why? Because it has money buckets built in for your business, right? So this is a business account, and we're going to talk about that in another video. But it creates the money buckets automatically, and it sets aside a percentage for your taxes. So let's talk about the money buckets. Think of your money like water. If you pour all of it into one giant bowl, also known as one checking account, also known as your hometown checking account that does nothing for you, it's hard to track where the money goes. We see that big pile of cash and we're like, ooh, I have all this money to spend. No, you don't. It's allocated for certain business expenses, taxes, profit, operating expenses, payroll, goods and services if you have that type of business. So it's really hard to keep track of it when it's all in one big pile. But if you create separate buckets for it, your money now has a job. And we love it when your money has a job. With Novo, you create reserves, aka money buckets, like sub accounts so that they allow you to move money into categories automatically. So here are 5 core buckets that I recommend. Well, with Novo, it's 4 core buckets. Is it 4 or 5? Well, let's figure it out. Your operating expenses, your taxes, your profit, your payroll. Okay, so that could be owner's comp. So those are the 4 main money buckets that you want to create in the Novo system using my link so that we both get rewarded. Hey, we all like cash, right? All of it adds up. So how to set up this in Novo? Basically, it'll automatically default to the certain percentages. So if you don't have a Novo account, again, use my referral link in the show notes. You go to the reserve sections and you choose your percentages. Depending on how much your gross sales are going to depend on the percentages that are going to go in there. And if you'd like help with that, you can set up a call and I will show you exactly how to do that. You can also Google it. So you want to name your buckets. I call it the taxes, profit, owner's comp, operating expenses. Very simple, very easy to navigate. And then as soon as your money from your business account gets deposited into there, it's automatically going to shift into those percentages and fill those money buckets for you. How simple can you do? So the tax saving strategy is the rule of thumb with taxes is you set aside 15 to 30% for taxes. So of your business income that comes in, between 15 to 30%, you have to decide based on that gross sales number. You want to deposit, you want to have that percentage going to the tax bucket. And then what you want to do is move that money at least once a month to a business savings account that pays high interest savings. I recommend Axos Bank, and again, I have a referral link for that as well. That's in the show notes too. Axos Savings Bank is the only online business savings account that I know that offers the highest interest rate at the moment. As of the recording, which is Tuesday, April 29th of 2025, of course, we always search the market. We always search the web to see what the market is doing to make sure that we have the highest interest available. So what happens is, as you are saving money for your taxes, I personally do not pay my taxes quarterly because I'd rather have the money in my account and just pay Uncle Sam at the end of the year. Why would I give them the money now when I can earn interest on it myself, right? So you can earn interest on that money while it's building, and then when April 15th rolls around, you got the money. And bonus, if you owe less and you've allocated the right percentage amount, you have extra money to spend. So there's your little cash refund where you've earned interest on it. And what's nice about the Novo account is it does connect with QuickBooks and Xero. So if you have that software in place to track your money, bonus, you can do it automatically. And what else the other thing that I love about Novo is that it offers a accounting system like QuickBooks. You can allocate all of your expenditures, you can categorize them, and then you can get a P&L statement to show you exactly where your money is going. And what's really awesome about this is your P&L gets to match your bank account. So how does this prevent panic and build peace? Simply because you put a plan in place. And that's exactly what we do. So every week we date money, you sit down with money, and instead of wondering, how much do I owe? You get to see exactly how much you're putting aside for Uncle Sam. It's just like your own little savings account. And when the IRS payment comes rolling around, you're like, no sweat, I got that. No more tax time meltdowns. So instead, you'll log into your Novo account and see exactly what's in your tax bucket. And then you'll transfer that money into your savings account if you choose to use Axos. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, I got that. I got that No problem. Imagine the relief that you get because you become the CEO of your finances and you're not a stressed out side hustler, right? So, this structure builds trust with yourself, it builds confidence in your decisions, and it's a space to grow your money, not just for survival, but to have that extra bonus coming in. So, think about my clients that have used this system. Nikki, for example, she implemented the Novo system and she had money set aside for taxes. When she went to go file her taxes, she got a refund. So, bonus for her, she had extra money at tax time, which she used to pay down her debt. So, she will be debt free. We started working together um, 5 months ago, and she will be debt free within the next 2 months just by implementing this very system that I'm sharing with you here. It's called the Money Multiplier System. And if you'd like it, you can go over to my website at idatemoney.com and download your wealth activation guide, which holds the money multiplier system. And there's a bonus in there on how to bring in multiple streams of income using affiliate marketing. So, what I want you to do today is open up a Novo account using my link, check the show notes, set up those 4 money bucket reserves for your taxes, open up that Axos account. Again, that link is in the comments. And remember, you don't need more money, you need a better system because it doesn't matter how much money you have, it's what you do with it.